Money Lamani. Sweet graven blood! Aye, you reek of blood. An adventurer, unless I'm mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? This letter. An order? Let me guess. A request for the finest vintage I can muster. The paper smells of lemon perfume. Still soul. And there's also the unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. Yes, Master Gegaruju would not settle for anything less than the best. Durstwaits and his crew must be busy preparing for the exotic feast, hence his decision to rely on an adventurer. But perhaps you are confused. This display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways. But you've no interest in my affairs. You only wish to discuss the wine, I suspect. Okay, so he's gone blind. Unless he's been blind. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than just a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I had amassed during my time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will about the nature of that work. None can deny it pays well. But you grow impatient, and Waistcoat must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is of sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintages in town are hoarded by Barlegate, who owns and operates the largest winery in Vilbrand. However, I doubt he will be receptive to your request, but given the circumstances, we must needs beg his assistance. Okay, so we're going to see if he'll give us some wine? There he is. What rank amateur bottled right this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Disposal is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of his polluted swill. What is it? I'm in the middle of an important discussion, and I do not care for interruptions. That neophyte venture bid you speak with me? Ha! Neither you nor your friend have the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you gaboo urine than sell you my worst vintage. Be gone from my sight. That's some right gobby shit. Rude. Gaboo urine. I'll give him some gaboo urine. I take it said no? Really? In those words? Well, I cannot say that I'm surprised. While there is no denying his passion and skill, the wine baron of Limsa is not a man known for his tact. Very well. We shall have to take to an alternative approach. So then what we're going to do? There's a chance, however, small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of our product has declined sufficiently in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that the grapes are of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the Vingeron of the Wineport crossbred several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never-before-seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic, the most complex, the most flavorful of all wines. Aye, the legendary Bacchus wines were born right here in Wineport. Pardon my enthusiasm. You see, I once had the privilege of to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. But, as is all too often said, the calamity changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince Byragant to part with his wines, our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine, and to offer them every gil we can spare. I've heard rumors that there is one of the vinegarons tenants of the vineyards might have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you can start by speaking with them? Right, so we're talking to people at the vineyard. Is there someone hiding behind here? Nope. Maybe they're a little bit higher. I know one of them is. Are you up here? Yep. What? Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish. I never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend, but you're a few years too late. Oh, speaking of grapes, are there grapes here? Oh yeah, there are grapes. They're green. So then that just leaves the question of the person hiding over in this direction. Yep. Bacchus wine? Bah, don't remind me. I used to have the cellar filled with the stuff. Thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and elements. Never counted on a bloody primal blowing up my goddamn house. Oh, that sucks for you. No luck. Most regrettable. But we had to try. But Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion. Though I must confess, my certitude could be in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a vintner. After Titan blinded me in our battle beneath the Ogamoro, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized that there was so much more I could experience, even in my condition. It helped me helped me to find a new direction in life. It breaks my heart to think that wondrous ambrosia which once filled me with hope may be forever lost to us. Okay, so he was able to see before he was just blinded by the Titan. I must say, this talk of Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic. Indeed, there is much I miss about my life with the company of heroes. After everything the captain has done for me, I could not bear to disappoint him. Have no fear. I swear that I will find a suitable wine for the banquet, though I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, there's a favor I would ask of you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I stumbled across Wildebrand, a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die, because I nearly found one not too far from here. It was there that a man named Dress took me in and nursed me back to health, and it was he who gave me my first taste of Bacchus wine, which helped me to find my new calling. Though I am still a novice at the arts of winemaking, I would like him to know that I am pursuing my dream. This wine is my very original creation, and would be most grateful if you delivered it to him in my stead. Dress sometimes works at the Raincatcher and Gully docks, so perhaps Risk Seals can tell you where to find him. Not gonna lie, I wish these Rogadin have a little bit more easier names to pronounce. Sorry, I can't help you, Porter. I'm on a mission. Here we go. Dressed? Oh, you mean that hermit? I toss him a few gills when we need an extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk about himself, and I sure as hell don't ask. When a man's got a face with scars like that, you'd best leave well enough alone, I say. If you've a mind to find him, though, then head southwest to the Severed String. Severed String. I wonder how I got his name. Unless it's a little lore base where, like, it's, what is it called? The Greek mythos with, like, the three sisters and the thread of life severing the string of life. Or the thread. I wonder if any of the lore books have anything on it. Alright, let's see if he's home. Yep, he is. What? What do you want? I'm here to give you this. Wine? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? Ugh. What's wrong? Can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midges, the buzzing, it keeps me awake. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Please make the buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. Okay. Buzzing stop. Gotcha. Where are the midges? Oh, that's right. Don't tell me he can. Oh, yep. If he can hear these bugs all the way over there, he's got some good hearing. can't understand them being over here by this water area. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you. We shouldn't have people. Bless you. Also, good night. Okay, here's two more. I just need one. Let's go back. I will say this little pond is kind of cute. Little lotus pond. There we go, I killed some. It's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You've helped me, even after what my comrades and I did to your country. We were on a reconnaissance mission when the maelstrom caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, but then the others, no one else survived. I didn't ask for this, damn it! I'm not even Garlean! They conquered my lands just like they tried to conquer yours. I don't want to die in some blasted jungle halfway around the world. I just want to go home. Dude. I wish to thank Shamani for the wine. That was very overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Earlier today at Red Man's Falls, I collected sap nearby from some palm trees. If placed in the coconut shells and stored for a few bells' time, it makes for a fine wine. See, it should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please, take them to Shamani for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope to one day do the same. I got you, bud. Don't worry. Let's see if I can find these coconut shells. So it was by the waterfall. Okay, there's one. Where are the others? Okay, there's another one. Oh, over here. Alright, let's go ahead and give that to Shamani. It has been some time, Yue. What news do you have addressed? Well, you gave me, told me to give you. Yes. I recall you did have some knowledge of winemaking. A simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilizes natural properties of the palm sap. I shall have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. We are not so different, Dresden and I, 2 men who have long struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry that he's been alone with his thoughts for far too long. It's past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Yue. You're welcome. By the gods, Yue, listen. I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I've just discovered something extraordinary about Crest palm wine. He sealed each coconut with a leaf that has a very distinct shape and unusual odor. I thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain these are the leaves of the Bacchus grapevine. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, we could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Dress found these leaves. Here, take one back to him and see what he remembers. Alright. I'll have a talk with him. A little shortcut. I'm back. Oh, hello again. What is it? Well, it's about this leaf. It's just a leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it was pretty. Didn't know it was rare. I found them near the juggernaut to the south, but I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh kaboot tracks though. Maybe the leaves came from vines growing off the back of one such beast. If you go looking for it, please be careful. Some kaboos are more territorial than others, and you may have to defend yourself. Alright, thanks for the warning. There he is. No sneezing, please. Back to Shimani. What did Dress have to say, Yue? Tell me everything. Well, he told me to find a kaboo, because that's where he thinks that he got the leaf, and he only got it because it was prettier. Haha, I was right. The smell, this texture, I hold in my hands a Bacchus grapevine cutting. Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard of talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer and a novice vintner could what? Say it. 12 is my witness. It is a Bacchus grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? What? You would offer this to me? But why? There's none better positioned to reconstruct a Bacchus vineyard than you, Master Byglent. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish for me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across Eorzea will once again be clamoring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. Sir, you needn't... Wait. The shape of this bottle? The scent of this label? This couldn't possibly be... a 1547 Bacchus? But that's impossible. This vintage has not been seen for years before the calamity. It was the crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time. But now I realize that it was never meant for me. It should be savored by the saviors of Wineport, I say. You have made us an offer we can't refuse. Master Gegeruju will find no finer wine. You have forever changed Wineport, Yue. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. But do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Westgate. Well, yes, I would very much like to drink it, but I'm a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. And with that, we have our Bacchus wine. Alright, time to make this delivery and hopefully get what we came for. How to get to Agamoro?